Good morning, Florida lacrosse fans. Thursday, 3 days to go in the regular season. The games keep streaming along and looking to be a nice finish to the year. Great games still coming up in these next 3 days for you to get out and see. This is Lee Roggenberg welcoming you to Morning Coffee with Florida Lacrosse News. Okay. If you haven't already done so, you see that little subscribe button on your screen. That's there for one reason and one reason only, and that is to make me happy and have it turn to subscribed instead of subscribe. So if you haven't done so, please do so already. Like the videos if you do, and welcome to the show. Last night, I tried to catch some of the Ponte Vedra Oak game up north on the boys' side, and they're one of the better NFHS broadcasts. They have it kind of far back, but you still can't see the, one of the goals, and it happened to be the one that Ponte Vedra was shooting at in the first quarter. They got to a very large lead in the first half. Oak Hall crawled back into the game over time. I believe got within 14-9 as its closest, and then eventually Ponte Vedra won 17-10. So, good win for them. And St. John Paul down here, 14-5 over Wellington. Wellington seems to be struggling down the stretch here. We'll keep an eye on how their first round matchup in the district comes along. But, clearly they've fallen off a little bit from earlier in the year. Also on the boys' side last night, Palm Beach Central 12-4 over North Broward Prep. Turcoy 11-3 over Stanton. Sarasota 8-5 over Venice. Seminole 8-7 over Eastridge. It had Cypress Bay 12-4 over Coral Reef. Forest 10-4 over Bartow. Booker T. Washington 6-2 over West Florida up north. Melbourne 9-2 over Melbourne Central. Oviedo 14-6 over West Orange. Land O'Lakes 11-4 over St. Petersburg Catholic. Trinity Prep 6-5 over Dr. Phillips. Easy winners last night on the boys' side: Winter Park, LaSalle, Jesuit, Cocoa Beach, Windermere, and Mitchell. We'll be taping today the next episodes of Who's In, Who's Out for Varsity Sports Network. I have already have my spreadsheets ready to go. And when you see the broadcast, you'll see again, we still have some pretty questionable items as far as differences between how the FHSAA ranks them and what an outside ranking group ranks. And we'll get into that in more detail, obviously, on the show. A little bit deeper explanation about what happened yesterday when the rankings were released. I was already on the road and had by 1:30 or so I didn't see the second iteration. Tampa Lax report certainly caught it quickly too. Basically, the first release was incorrect because it didn't include at least Saturday's games. Then it looks like the second release was incorrect because they did include Monday's games, which are after the cutoff. And then they finally put up a spreadsheet type posting showing all the schools in the state together with their class and rank lists, et cetera, but ranked at the state level. And then probably a couple of hours later, it was now they got back to the normal format, which made it a lot easier to produce the brackets. It is what it is. Bureaucracies sometimes just get something wrong. Thankfully, it's right now. Although I do not know if we have the issue of did any district have to be changed because of what happened with this original incorrect posting. And I might have gotten a bit of a hint of that. Last night, I started playing around to see how to post a region's district playoffs all together. so that you would get 4 districts within, one article posting instead of me doing, 64 of them or whatever. But, and, I noticed that in Class 1A and Region 1, District 4 did not have teams in their brackets when I went to post this yesterday, or at least when I went to fiddle with how it would look yesterday. So there's a possibility that District 4 might well have their original game schedules changed because of the mistake that was made on Tuesday. We'll have to see. Does it really matter at this point? No, but it's just again, just like we said yesterday, it's not going to help perception if transparency is not available. And as much as it seems it's at least at their level that it's good to keep some things maybe hidden, I just don't see it. I think you're just better off lay out what you're looking for. If the teams are going to schedule to it, so be it. And you're better off in the long run with everyone being on the same page with this. Okay. Also, you might have seen the story on the Ponte Vedra girls coaching situation. The staff did resign I believe, on late Monday. Well, late Tuesday, probably, since we heard about it Wednesday. It's just one of those incidents that, just kind of occurs in today's day and age. Coach Conway was always very cooperative with the website when it came to information and the rest. And I hope that, she'll get her another chance down the line somewhere else, assuming she wants to do it. And, we'll just see how it plays out. But there's really no point. It was a situation that, 10 years ago, we probably wouldn't have said a word about it. It wasn't something where she was caught with her hand in the cookie jar or doing something really beyond, something like that. So, I don't want people to think that that's kind of what the story was about. It's just, something that just sort of built, and the school just pretty much decided with the coaching staff to just go in a different direction. They did play last night and win with an interim coach. So it's not like they're canceling the season at this point. Okay, on the girls' side, last night, the big game, Vero Beach hosting St. Thomas, coming away with a 10-8 win at home. Certainly a potential Final Four or even championship game possibility. American Heritage Plantation, 12-10 over St. John Paul. Creekside, 13-12 win over Fletcher. Wellington, 14-8 over Park Vista. Buchholz, 14-5 over Gainesville. Vieira, 15-13 over St. Edwards. Colonial, 9-5 over Tohopekaliga. Leli, 12-7 over Estero. Menendez, 13-10 over Fleming Island. Clearwater Central, 9-8 over Land O'Lakes. Academy of Holy Names, 14-10 over Mitchell. Horizon, 8-6 over Evans. River Ridge, 8-4 over Pasco. And in another big game down my way, Boca Raton, 15-9 over Cardinal Gibbons, rebounding nicely against a quality Cardinal Gibbons team. Easy winners last night on the girls' side: Buchholz, Ponte Vedra, as I mentioned, Bowles, West Florida, Spanish River, Cypress Creek, East Lake, Satellite, Sebastian River. Community School continuing their late push to get into an at-large consideration if they don't win their district, and Bartram Trail. Before I get to the results last night, MCLA club polls were out. University of Florida still number 4, now up to number 4 in D1, and Florida State falling out of the top 25, but still getting votes. In the D2 ranking, Florida Gulf Coast number 10, Florida Atlantic number 15, and Miami also getting votes. Last night, Sunshine State Conference had a very busy schedule playing each other. The Lynn men knocked off Embry-Riddle 11-10. Joseph Michalski, 2 goals and 2 assists for Lynn. Haggerty's Christian Hoffer, 2 goals for Embry-Riddle. Tampa men went over and played Florida Tech, coming away with the 11-8 win. Owen Miller, 3 goals for Tampa. Colin Stewart, 3 goals for Florida Tech. Florida Southern men over St. Leo, 18-16. Florida Southern's Sean Nolan, 8 goals and 1 assist. Big game for Sean. Jeff Atlas of a big game, 3 goals, 5 assists for Florida Southern. St. Leo's Tyler Eames with another 7-point night. 3 goals, 4 assists for him. He's got to be pretty up there in the national rankings and points. I'll have to check on that. Providence's Guy Bistro, 3 goals, 2 assists also for St. Leo, and St. Leo's Peyton Tyson with 5 goals also in the loss. Rollins men beat Palm Beach Atlantic 24-11. Bailey Pringle, 6 goals and 1 assist for Rollins. Austin Evans, 4 goals for Palm Beach Atlantic. Florida Southern women beat Tampa 23-19. Splash Rivers, Lizzie Lynch, 4 goals, 2 assists for Florida Southern. Buholsta, Ellie Griffin, 3 goals for them. Madison Birch, 5 goals, 2 assists for the Tampa women. The Embry-Riddle women lose a 11-10 game to Rollins. Caroline Castonguay, 4 goals, 2 assists for Rollins. Naples grad Sally Squire, 5 goals for Embry-Riddle. Florida Tech women beat Palm Beach Atlantic 15-4. St. John Paul's Carly Nero, 3 goals, 2 assists for Florida Tech. Kiki Sonati, 2 goals for Palm Beach Atlantic. And the Ave Maria women in NAIA play with the 17-7 win over Weber. Oriana Eldridge, 4 goals for Ave Maria. Lauren Dombrowski, 3 goals for Weber. Okay, so on the games tonight coming up, some key games certainly still coming up. Jensen Beach at 9-3 is hosting 10-1 Martin County. One of the things that I'm surprised about when we go to the who's in, who's out is that Martin County is still holding on to the 2 seed in their region over Windermere. And 8-6 Buchholz is hosting 8-6 St. Augustine. 9-6 St. John Paul hosting 10-4 Gulliver Prep. 6-6 Leli hosting 10-2 Estero. 12-2 Plant hosting 6-8 Berkeley Prep. Holy Trinity 12-1 is hosting 9-5 Timber Creek. Lakeland at 9-5 is hosting 12-5 Alonzo. Cypress Creek at 11-3 is hosting 6-5 Wharton. Community School 10-4, which has moved into the number 1 seed in the district right now, is hosting Riverview Sarasota at 9-6. I believe that is a district game too. That's an interesting point. If you're going to cut off the district rank seedings before the last week of the season, maybe coaches might need to make sure that the district games they play are finished before this week comes up. Because you look at a game like this, and I've already seen what the bracket looks like. And, even though it's 1 versus 2, this could be a type of game that if they were district rivals, would be very interesting when it came down to determining home field. So, even though it's 1A and 2A, this is something maybe for district coach, coaches in general to keep in mind next year is get your district games finished before the last week of the season. Bishop Moore 10-5 is hosting 7-5 Haggerty, and in a very interesting game that I'm going to definitely try to check in with. Right now, the Brevard Sports Network will be traveling up to Creekside. Vieira at 8-5 is visiting Creekside at 11-4. If you listen to the commentary that we did on Brevard Sports Network on Tuesday, we talked about the importance of a game like this to Vieira. Not even just what the final result is, but getting a chance to play a team like Creekside. And it's not an easy thing in this day. I can tell you, I talked to a lot of coaches who would like to schedule a really higher end team or two, and it's very difficult to get the game. So again, just want a shout out to Creekside head coach Jason Alford for accepting the game. and for Vieira to stepping up, Coach Bartlett stepping up, traveling up to take the game. And I'm going to be very interested to see how it plays out. On the girls' side, Martin County, 5-7, is hosting 9-2 St. Edwards. 9-2 St. Andrews is hosting 7-6 Miami Country Day. 11-2 Naples will be hosting 5-5 Canterbury. 13-1 Jensen Beach is hosting 6-5 Palm Beach Central. 8-4 Gulf Coast hosting 10-2 Lehigh. Excuse me. 9-3 All Saints Academy hosting 7-4 Bartow. 9-4 Wiregrass Ranch hosting 7-7 Cypress Creek. 9-6 Lake Brantley hosting 13-3 Episcopal School. Important game for Lake Brantley. I think they certainly might need this game in case for an at-large possibility. Venice at 5-6, making a little bit of a late push. We've moved up onto the second team out now, maybe even the first team out when we see the bracket. Hosting Out of Door Academy at 12-1. 10-5 Lake Mary hosting 8-7 Winter Park. 10-4 St. Augustine hosting 6-4 Creekside. And Pinecrest at 12-3 are hosting Stoneman at 7-4. Again, we should hopefully have, assuming we tape properly at 11 a.m. today, we should hopefully have the shows up in time for our prime time slots. Again, if you're new to the channel, varsitysportsnetwork.org, we're a major content provider for them. We are going to be taping who's in, who's out as of yesterday's rankings release, final release. And I can tell you that there are still surprises. There's an awful lot of close teams between, say, the 8th seed in and the 9th seed out and the 10th seed out. And this is still fluid. Games this week plus the district games do count. And so what you're going to see tonight it'll have not only surprises, but it'll certainly have places where things can flip very quickly too. But I think this is kind of what they hope to get the excitement continuing throughout the whole year and throughout the brackets. So hopefully you'll see new shows up today, 8 and 10. We do now put them up on YouTube after a couple of days, so you have the ability to see them on demand on their YouTube channel. So no excuse now. You get a chance to go see these things. Okay, this is, tonight is an important game. Get out to a game, #TAFTAG, take a friend to a game, lay off the refs, grow the game, do it by being respectful, do it by being able to take a friend and say, hey, this is something really cool. You ought to come with me and watch it. Okay, enjoy yourselves tonight. Again, subscribe if you've not done so. And even on the Twitter, Florida LX, if you're not following us yet. This is Lee Roggenberg, Florida Lacrosse News, saying so long from the Sunshine State.